Is that your new tape? Star-Lord. Who's the guy with the scary eyes?
He doesn't have a name. He's one of the space riders. And he's not scary. He's cool.
Your space rider certainly got his hands full. Pretty far out.
Nobody says far out anymore, Ma. Ma!
What?
Nobody says far out anymore.
Oh, well, your mom does. Maybe we should see if we could get tickets to see them live.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Your mom may not look it, but I was quite the rocker when I was your age. Your father and I would just lie on the hood of my old Chevy and listen to Black Sabbath and...
You like Black Sabbath?
Like I said, your mom's cooler than you think. Oh, we'd look up at the stars and he'd tell me all about the places he'd been.
Mom?
How about some cake, huh?
Yeah, I'll be up in a sec.
You said that 15 minutes ago. If you don't hurry, I'm gonna eat that whole cake myself.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Hey, watch the hair.
Oh! Peter! We've talked about you leaving your toys on the floor.
It's not a toy. It's an action figure.
More like an action landmine. Stab your foot. I will.
He doesn't even... Never mind.
13 whole years. Look at you. Where does time go?
I'll be up in a sec, I promise.
Right.
We'll bring hell down from above. Tonight we ride straight into the fire.
Oh man, I can't wait to play this. Maybe I can convince Annie to buy it with his paper out money.
Don't give a damn.
This will be worth hundreds of dollars someday.
Zero to hero.
I gotta beat Janie's high score. This is embarrassing. Three natural ones in a row last game. Some barn I turned out to be. It's pretty crazy that all that destruction started from one little mistake. Love to be able to ride one of those light cycles. Ooh. Might as well just peel the stickers off and put them in the right spot.
We ride straight into the fire. Are you ready?
Fingers are still cramped from trying to bookmark pages. I know it's not how you're supposed to play, but I'm tired of dying everywhere. The movie was okay. The soundtrack really kicked butt.
Tonight we ride straight into the fire. Are you ready to go, go, go? Peter Quill. Peter Quill, wake up.
Holy crap, Drax. You gotta stop doing this, man. It's weird.
We are approaching the quarantine zone.
How long was I out for?
15,338 ticks.
That's very specific.
The betrayer is ready to begin her mission. She has requested your presence in the cockpit.
Gamora's on our side, Drax.
She is the spawn of my sworn enemy, a murderess and a traitor. I do not trust her.
Well, try. We're supposed to be a team.
I make no promises.
Oh, it ain't just a junkyard. The quarantine zone's the biggest pile of galactic war debris in the known universe. Just think of all the tech we can find. Ah, there you are, Quill. Tell Groot to stop worrying about getting arrested.
I am Groot.
I'm not overconfident. I'm just the right level of confident.
Arrested? If they catch us, they'll shoot us on spot. Out here, on the frontier, cops don't have time to arrest people.
I am Groot.
Relax, bud. Nova Corps ain't the type to shoot first. Arresting folks is their whole thing. That and silly helmets.
This moment of quiet reminds me of the legendary siege of Seknov 7.
Oh, not again.
It is said that Lady Hellbender held her breath through 10 moons while riding across the stars on the back of a great horned beast. And when she arrived...
she exhaled, and the wind blew away the Shatari.
Indeed, it did.
Gamora?
Up here, Peter.
Hey, that's my chair.
Oh. Then why aren't you in it?
I was, strategizing. It's one thing to get into the zone, but we still gotta catch that monster.
Right.
So did I miss anything?
Other than a ton of suspicious glares from Drax, not really. Now, if you're done strategizing, feel free to grab your seat. We're almost ready to go.
Okay, here we go. Rocket, Groot, Drax, get in here. We're going in.
We still have a few ticks before the next time window, actually.
The next one?
Nova Corps security grid resets every rotation. We want to be in and out before our code expires, or we'll get stranded.
And if we wait for the next reset, we'll get a full rotation to do this. Nice.
Oh, why's the Novanet still up? Thought we were going in.
Well, it appears the assassin's contacts are as untrustworthy as the betrayer herself.
Oh, please don't tell me Gamora's backdoor codes are bust. We nearly went broke getting them.
Relax, Rocket. We still got a few ticks before the next time window.
The network just reset. You can enter the sequence, Peter. 0451.
That's it? 4 digits?
Suspicious. These security measures are too simplistic for Nova Corps.
It's not that simple. The code only works on this date for this ship.
Oh, I get it. Gamora's codes are more like...
There. And we're in.
Incredible.
I realized there was so much stuff left after the war.
Restraint wasn't very popular in the Shatari army, especially with Thanos in charge.
It's probably all harmless now. I mean, Nova Corps had 12 years to get rid of the heavy-duty explosives, right?
That's why I like you, Quill. You're so pure. Oh, the wonderful and terrible things I could do with all this tech.
Stay focused, Rodent. We did not come here to scavenge.
Why not? The Milano's weapon systems could use an overhaul. Plus, there's good money in it.
The beast that we seek is far more valuable to the Monster Queen of Seknov 9 than any illegally acquired salvage.
Whoa! Place is really shifty.
I'm not seeing a monster, but that big cylinder up ahead looks like the mining ship Peter's friend said to look for.
Friend.
For a night? And you'll see the monster soon as we place Rocket's monster summoning thingies.
Flark, yeah. Groot, Quill, suit up. Team Rocket's up first.
I still do not understand why I must remain on board with the assassin.
Oh, because you're part of Green Team.
You assigned me to the team before you named it. My skin is not green. It's teal.
Teal? Listen, if we want to trick the monster into going inside that mining rig, we need to place thumpers on both sides. 2 sides, 2 teams.
And 2 clips to the drop site. Ground's too unstable to land a ship, so you'll need to jump.
That's our cue. Let's go, Groot.
Don't worry! Once the thumpers are placed, we'll meet in the middle and we'll capture the monster. Together.
Very well.
Thumper 1, done.
Meet you at the rendezvous point.
Gamora, take care of my baby.
It's a ship, Peter, not a child.
Ah! Oh, can you imagine?
What, the pink goo? It's custom nano resin, designed to keep all this war stuff from floating away.
Take that, brittle stuff.
He is not a better shot than me.
I'm thinking that big cylinder thing is our rendezvous.
Yeah, that's the mining rig.
So weird seeing it all clustered together like this. Bits and pieces of a war that spanned the entire galaxy held together by pink goo.
Ebrium-based nano resin.
Whatever. I'm just saying, it's a lot to take in.
Oh, look! Yellow and blue. Looks like an old Nova Corps frigate. Nice!
Come on, dude. People probably died on that ship.
Killjoy, why do you even bring us here if the place is so sacred? I could name at least a dozen planets with monsters on them, so why here?
Don't know if you noticed, Rocket, but people aren't exactly falling over themselves to hire us.
Oh, I have noticed.
If this job pans out, sure we'll get money, but also a rich new client. We need to impress Lady Hellbender with a monster she's interested in, not just any old critter.
Which is why we should have gone after Fin Fang.
Whoa! Okay. I'm okay.
Ha! Almost made yourself a very late war casualty.
Not funny.
You know, I like this. This is fun. The 3 of us, hanging out, just like when we started this gig. Before you-know-who joined us. I do not hate everybody. I tolerate Quill.
Come on, Rocket. Drax and Gamora are valued additions to the team.
You're only saying that because she's listening.
Is that why your plan has Drax and I taking the ship?
Careful on that thing, Quill. You spot something out there?
Settle an argument, rodent. What is this omnipresent pink substance made of?
You mean the Ebrium-based nano-resin cluster foam?
Never trust something with that many dashes in its name.
Is it caustic?
Not if it stays outside you. Just don't eat any, or get any in your eyes.
Whoa!
Pretty sure that way's a dead end.
You sure?
Ah, there we go. Path's this way. Come on.
How can you even tell?
Just trust me, all right? Hey, Groot, you think we can find pieces of the Trion Shard in here? You never heard of the Trion Shard? Pyramid of pure evil that corrupts everything it comes in contact with. Making things up. Name one time I ever made something up.
How'd you even know the other way was a dead end?
Because, unlike you, I have a very keen sense of direction.
It is strange. I have not encountered any corpses of wreckage.
Watch it, Will! Someone's been practicing.
Gross.
Nice splatter. Hey, 50 units says I can clear more of these suckers than you.
As if. Whoa, what the? Rocket, did you do that?
The scoreboard? You like it? Hacked it into your visor cover last time you took a snooze.
You hacked into my stuff?
Considering how many times I fixed the flarkin' thing, it might as well be my stuff. Optimal thumper placing distance should be just up ahead. I'm thinking right in front, through the giant hole where this ship's cockpit used to be. Well, that's grim. Yeah, try not to think about it. It's better not to wonder what happened to anyone working. Amazing! I should have been recording. Bridge over. I want to see if he's alive. I don't know, but he's twitching. Flarkin, Scott stain, Quill. You okay down there?
Yep. Yeah, just, thought I saw a shortcut.
Right.
Go ahead without me. I'll catch up.
Okay, there's a craft-out Nova Corps missile bay just on the other side. We'll meet you there.
Yellow and blue missile bay. Got it. Okay. Crawling through creepy old ship. No big deal.
Easy there, Quill. Pretty sure nothing's gonna jump out at you. Except maybe me and Groot.
Be warned, I was attacked by strange creatures when installing a thumper.
Now this brings back memories.
Hey, Gamora, make sure the Milanos don't get stuck in any of this resin. Floor, trying to bring the whole place down, Quill?
I shot a thing.
I get it. First tool in the old toolbox.
Ooh, don't die, don't die, don't die. Aw, hey, little guy. Whoa, what the fuck?
You dead, Quill? We can hear your woodsy squeal even without the comms.
Little busy. Crap, that's cheating. You guys should have seen that. It was this weird blobby thing. Not falling for this again.
He told us to go. You'll be
Bye-bye,
fine.
little guy.
Hey, if Quill dies, we all get a bigger cut. Our leader's safety is your paramount concern, Rodent.
Everything okay over there?
Quill nearly got himself eaten by a blob or something. Should've heard him squeal.
You must fight with dignity, Peter Quill.
Or at least die with it.
Not funny.
That is exactly the kind of scrap we're looking for. Way to go, buddy. Don't be so modest. That was a great find.
How's Team Rocket doing down there?
We're fine. Waiting for Quill to show up.
Your team was tasked with keeping Peter Quill safe.
Quill, we got a lot riding on your gal pal's mystery monster tip. I hope she's legit. Like you could even tell if she had an honest face.
Trust in the plan, guys. Everything is checked out so far, right down to the mining ship. We put our thumpers in the right places, and we'll bag that monster.
Quill knows all about putting thumpers in the right place. And getting Mother of Scott! Move!
Are you kidding me?
Gross! You okay, Groot? Quill?
We're fine, but we can't jump that.
You don't gotta jump. There's a sturdy support beam on this side. Get Groot to grow a bridge across. Just ask him nice-like. He does it for me all the time.
All right, Groot. Let's see that cool vine. That's one hell of a party trick, big guy.
Gross. More ship-eaters. Ah, they're everywhere. All right, back to business. Boom! Right under your nose, Quill. Do I look worried? The resin will hold.
Groot, I found a hitch. Can you latch onto it?
Hey, Greenies, you see any blue and gold ships out there, you let us know.
We have seen many such ships.
He means active ones. We haven't talked about what to do if we run into a Nova Corps patrol.
We will restrain them until we are done here.
Bad idea. Those cops are all connected through their stupid helmets.
If you see cops, you get my ship out of here, even if it means leaving us behind.
Flark that!
Trust me, I've dealt with Nova Corps before, even helped them catch real criminals. I can talk my way out.
You think that Milano can outrun a fully powered Nova Centurion?
She's done it before. Okay, here we go.
All right, set her down right there. Yep, one to go. Flark! No, no! Flark and Skaggy! Kratak and batteries fried, that's what's wrong. Maybe you put it down too hard.
Let's just find a solution. Looks like this med kit is tuned to Kree biology. A shame we don't have any Kree on the team.
You mean a blessing. Stop flarking around. Yeah. Of course there ain't any plants here. It's a junkyard.
So much for that.
How do we know the monster we're looking for ain't one of these things we already killed?
If it were worthy of Lady Hellbender's collection.
Nope.
Any bets on what this monster's gonna look like? How many legs? Like, more than 4?
It will be majestic.
What does that look like?
We shall see.
Found a compressor. No charge.
No charge, no good.
Hey! A huge power generator. How do we hook it up?
We don't! That thing would toast our little thumper.
Can't we condense the power through a routing funnel or something?
Don't try to make up tech stuff. It's irritating. Find something else.
Found something with a charge. Kinda looks like a spacey car battery.
Lucioid or xenon cell.
Okay, this thing isn't gonna zap me, right?
The chance is minuscule. At best. You'll be fine.
Peter Quill, the double agent is trying to lull me into a false sense of security.
Right. And the moment you drop your guard, I'll strike.
Here you go.
That'll do nicely. Just let me tinker a bit. I'll have to do some tweaking once I see how much juice this thing puts out. So, watch my back.
Watch it from what? Rocket! Help me scramble some critters!
No, no, Scud! If I don't rewire this fast, it's gonna short circuit. Monster thing!
It's like pumping a zit!
How long does it take to do stuff?
I prefer Jackson and my method!
Thanks for the heads up, bud. then.
Wow, just in time.
I'd like to see you fix it next time. Come on, 2 down, 2 to go. I can hear your visor working. Better not be cheating on our bet, Quill. I don't see any way out of the missile bay except that passage, bud. Quill, we found a way out. Groot's wondering if the reward's gonna be worth all the risk we're taking for this job. Me and Groot are nearly unkillable, but what if the rest of you don't make it out alive?
Guys, this job is a huge deal. It's for the freaking Monster Queen of Seknarf 9. She just doesn't know it yet. We pull this off, and we're...
Lady Hellbender's intergalactic monster anglers?
I do prefer that name, but the acronym is unwieldy.
No. We're still the Guardians of the Galaxy, but people will know that name means quality. Man, that thing is ridiculous. Think it was a ship or a robot?
That's a Kree Sentry. A robot, but it would have been space-worthy. That ain't even the biggest one. They designed at least 5 experimental models twice that size.
How do you know all this?
Because they were my fellow experiments back on Half-World. Most of my parts came from the cybernetics hangar next to the door, so I got a sneak peek at all the new killbots. I could see the parts come and go from my my cage.
I didn't mean to open old wounds.
Most of them are just scars now anyways. I wasn't even a person to the worst of the Kree's mad scientists. More like a real smart walking gun.
A very talkative gun.
Yeah, that part was an accident. They tried to fix it a few times. The entire facility was the problem. I wish I'd gone back and blown it up before the end of the war. Gamora, when are you gonna share your contacts and sources?
When will you share yours?
What? You know about all my guys.
Yep, that would have been a killing blow.
Ha! Not even close.
Groot, need you to shoot a bridge right into that eye socket.
Now, I want to see you do that to something in combat. Wait, is that... Yes! I'm about to win this bet, Quill!
Rocket! Do you have a plan for where we're gonna keep this monster once we've caught it?
I figured it could have your room. There's hardly anything to mess up in there.
As opposed to your room, which looks like it's already been messed up by a monster?
Quill, I hear you scanning.
Here goes nothing. We're inside a giant robot head.
And I got robot parts inside my head.
You have robot parts inside your head. Inside a giant robot head. Haha.
You guys are so...
Hey, Groot, what do you think I should do when I win this bet? I mean with the units he'll owe me once I win. Don't congratulate him!
Found a nest! Maybe this is the Parasite Clubhouse!
Are you scanning for targets?
How's that bet going over there?
I am crushing this!
Just you wait! I'll be catching up in no time! You know what, Quill? I think it's unfair. You got 2 guns, I got 1. I think my points should count double from now on.
That's cheating!
Then lose the second pistol. All right, Thumper goes there, Quill.
It's not gonna piss off every critter around, right?
Sorry, Quill. Not taking no chances after the last one. I gotta test it real quick.
Not again.
switch on and off to see if it started. Gotta love that kill radius. Barely worth the ammo.
Another one down!
Oh yeah! I'm gonna murderize the lot of ya!
Our engineer at work.
Darn it! I thought we were safe! Oh, come on! Now we gotta deal with junk slugs?
Don't gawk at it! Shoot it!
Very helpful, thanks!
You're welcome! Now stop distracting me! Oh yeah! It is like that time!
Bombs away, Rocket! How are there this many of them?
Don't let them swarm you!
Feel free to kill some yourselves!
Whoa! Eyeballs everywhere!
Duck! Take this!
Sounds like Rocket's having fun!
Lights out, eyeballs! Blitz him, Rocket!
See? I knew you'd get into it.
Who knew squashing bugs as a kid would pay off? Nice splatter, Rocket!
I know, right? What was that worth? Looks like we're done installing our thumb.
Great job. We'll meet you at the mining ship.
Nova Centurions probably had to tow all the scrap to one place.
I am Groot.
Sure, not really their job description, but... All right, mining rig is right there. Of course it's secure. As secure as a broke-down Shatari shipwreck's ever gonna be. Yes! The resin can hold a stupid warship. I'm telling you, it's totally safe. See? I'll even prove it. Huh? Look at this.
Rocket?
Oh, fuck.
Guys, jump!
No! No! Ah! Groot! Groot!
Groot! Buddy, you're okay!
Fine. You flarking piece of moldy driftwood! You could have died saving me!
I
love you too, you selfless son of a chud. Come on, Quill. He says he'll meet us at the mining ship. I don't want to make him wait.
That's it? We're not going after him?
He says it's fine. We'll meet him later.
Team Rocket, is everything okay? Groot's signal just went dark.
His radio must have broke when he fell.
What happened to your timber companion?
He ain't Timber. He's alive.
Fell.
I really don't know if you're being clever or dumb right now. Team Rocket, out. Sounds like Green Team's off our backs. Now we can stop worrying about that dumb accident. Groot's fine anyways. There's nothing to worry about.
Whatever, right? Like you said, Groot's fine. Everything is fine.
Exactly. We're all fine.
Sure, fine.
Hard to believe all this destruction's because some ugly flarkin' bugs got uppity.
It was a little more complex than that.
Groot could have reached that. Really missed the big twig right now.
You and me both.
Man! If that afterburner kicked on right now, we'd be toast.
Let's hope it don't.
Crap. This turbine's right in the way. Gotta get through it. These things open up to let gas through, right?
Yep. You saying we're the gas?
There's a drone access tunnel over here. Can you squeeze in there?
Knew it. Rocket, fix the thing. Rocket, clean up the mess. Rocket, crawl into the mystery hole.
See anything?
Yeah, a manual override.
Team Rocket, we hit a snag. One of our sumper points was covered in resin, so we're gonna fly around to scout another spot.
Just make sure the new spot as close as possible to the original one. Because of maps and angles.
Great. Another turbine.
Yeah, that is how these things are usually built. Someone's been practicing.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Between you and me, we're back on track. The mining ship ain't too far.
Think Groot's already ahead of us? Grab!
It wasn't me this time, I swear! I don't like this!
One for me!
That point don't count if we're dead!
Oh, crap!
Where's...
Ow! Larkin, son of a...
I told you I saw that.
Great timing! How did you guys...
Good to see you two. You're gonna want to cross the ship as fast as you can. We're seeing a lot of movement.
Yeah, Scott's getting real violent out here.
Just try to hold her still for us!
That's not gonna be an option soon.
This position is untenable.
Tracks incoming. Watch out! What? Hang on.
Have you perished, dear Quill?
No!
Too much debris. I'm taking her out of here.
Go! Keep running!
Stop walking around, man!
Really?
Quill, this way!
Team Rocket, can you make it?
Crap!
What?
My visor went supernova. Is it broken?
Overloaded, sounds like. Must be some kind of residual energy in here. Oh, come on! Larkin tensor joint, just neat. Wiggle V. Okay, so life support's moved back up. What's it look like out there?
Oh, mother of spacebar.
Quill, you okay?
Yeah, it's just... Man.
Well, that's concerning.
was that?
It's a swarm of old cleaner bots. Maybe.
Old cleaner bots.
I don't know. Groot! You okay, buddy? Sorry about the shooting.
Yeah, thought you were that freaky thing we accidentally released.
We saw some cleaner bots, accidentally, at a distance. We're totally all right. They just ran away when it saw us, right, Quill?
Yep, just a freaky floating creature. Nothing to worry about. Oh, and speaking of freaky creatures, want to bet Green Team's having trouble parking the ship?
I think I'm done with bets for today.
Yeah, you and me both. Let's just get to the rendezvous point.
Nobody won. It was just an excuse to shoot stuff. Here you go. Rendezvous coordinates are that way. But we'll have to find a way around the rubble.
I'll try to find a side passage. There's a doorway behind that big thing. Someone help me push it.
Look at this old beauty. A table. This is a vintage Model T engineering workbench. They don't make them sturdy like that no more. Hey, come on, Quill. Let's see if this beauty still works. Maybe I can fix up your gear. Hey, hand me that part. Here you go. And it's done. Yeah, there's a way through, if we can clear out that front.
Oh yeah! Nailed it! And, thanks for the upgrade.
All right, let's squeeze our way out of here.
Oh, after you.
No, you go first. I'll cover your back.
Seems a little wobbly. You guys hang back a sec.
Well, Scott!
This place is crawling with ugly. Guys, I'm not alone down here. Holy crap! This is the most punchable thing I've ever seen! Yeah!
That thing was freaking nasty!
One last gross flaily thing! A weird bunch of stuff to mine.
What was it?
I don't know. Weird cubey hunks of rock or metal.
You two have any luck?
It is not a question of luck.
Peter, make some noise so we can find you.
Drax!
Hey, you want to mute your comms if you're gonna scream your lungs out?
Huh. I wonder if Rocket knows what this is.
Peter Quill, I have located some old equipment, but I do not see you.
This whole place is old equipment.
That does not narrow my search.
Hello? Oh, another freaky thing!
How freaky? Kill it!
Read my mind. I'm good! Mostly! It refuses to die! I can barely scratch it!
Kill it harder!
I'm killing it as hard as I can! Get fried, Marshmallow Man!
Do not finish the fight too quickly, Peter Quill! Peter Quill, hide behind me! I will protect you!
Nobody's hiding! Help, Drax!
Drax, where are you? That's your blaster?
Sure did.
Save some for me.
Not gonna be a problem.
My turn!
Chop him up!
About time! I just love hearing their shell crack!
You greenies found Quill yet?
Found and saved.
Hey,
Go on ahead then. We'll catch up. Just making a pit stop.
I parked the Milano near the last thumper spot. We'll head that way and keep an eye out for you.
all right. Pretty sure that baby's our ticket upward. Somehow.
It's...
Let's see that fancy footwork, Gamora.
Bet you can't do this. Watch your head!
That is physically impossible.
Drax, think you can heft that container?
Behold the might of a Catathian warrior!
You can put it down here.
I am on my way.
Well, that's helpful.
I did as our leader bid. Not all of us are so quick to disobey.
Make up your mind. Are you mad I served Thanos or that I betrayed him?
Neither inspire confidence.
Can you haul some more stuff for me, Drax?
I will drop it where you command.
Right there's good.
Understood. Remember this moment should you ever think of crossing me, assassin.
All right, Rocket. We're back on track.
Oh, yeah, good for you. It ain't stealing if it's abandoned. Oh, Flar.
Rocket.
Not now, Quill.
Rocket.
Perhaps he has located our monster.
We don't even know what it looks like. The intel was extremely vague.
It wasn't vague, it was rushed. It's probably some cute little...
Nightmarish abomination.
Lady Hellbender is a renowned warrior. An ideal specimen would reflect that strength.
Like I said, something scary.
I disagree. Strength is endearing.
With a name like Hellbender, Gamora's probably right. It's gotta be something scary.
Nightmarish. A proper apex predator.
Snarling and nasty. More teeth than all of us combined. Bat-like wings with razor tips. Probably spits poison or acid.
Or acidic poison.
I hope all these are true. I yearn for a worthy challenge.
You know, I've seen these big mining ships before, but I don't remember ever seeing Catathian starfighter in the war.
Thanos ordered his invaders to raise most of our fleets, demolish our factories before we could respond. Surely you knew that.
Actually, I didn't. I had nothing to do with what happened to your people.
But you were familiar with this tactic.
Yes.
Of course you were. Once we deliver her prize, Lady Hellbender could become an influential ally.
How so?
They say that the mere mention of her name can end the negotiation.
Well, you got some time. We got company.
Is this from the last thumper?
We haven't even placed it yet. This place is crawling with monsters. Your foods are pouring without being compromised.
Let's just focus on not becoming food ourselves!
We need to regroup!
You're right! This isn't working!
Peter!
What work? It's like we woke up the whole ship!
There's honor even in defeat!
Just hang in there! French fry! Pops another one! Guys, huddle up!
It feels like they're everywhere, laughing at us!
And yet, we cannot retreat.
No one wants to retreat, big guy, but I gotta say, it's fucking scary out there, Quill.
Florknard's on the field, danger on all sides. It's time we stand and face it, and make sure they're nullified. Are we heroes to be laughed at? No! I'll laugh at them instead. Who's with me?
Wultaf's fields
We
must
are!
wait!
Great!
Drax was right! This really gets the blood pumping!
Do not expect me to lower my guard, assassin!
What's next, Peter?
Make them hurt, Gamora!
Dodge this!
I will destroy you all!
Sounds like Drax is having fun!
We ain't such a bad team after all.
You kidding? We're the best!
Glorious! Bring on our monster! I am engorged with the thrum of battle.
Didn't need to hear that.
Come on, last thumper spot is this way.
How do you know?
My senses are fine-tuned to measure even the tiniest vibrations.
Really?
No, I'm tracking it on my display.
The Milano should be right on the other side of this door. It was open when I came through here.
Who says I tripped on something? Murder Mom probably closed the door behind her.
Excuse me?
It looks like it's still got some juice. Give it a go, Rocket.
What the genius at work?
You are a miracle worker, man.
This tech was built by people who make holes in giant floating space rocks.
I have to say, that is an immaculate parking job.
Thanos never tolerated imperfection.
Never been a problem for Quill. Yeah. This is it. Last spot.
Can't wait to be out of here. This place feels like it's about to collapse on itself.
I cannot wait to meet our monster.
I thought you were mostly interested in meeting the buyer.
She is a respectable collector.
Is it working?
Yeah, don't worry, Sunshine. Ow!
Is it, doing it?
What?
It appears to be broken.
Ain't nothing broke! That's the sound it's supposed to make!
What sound?
You can't hear that!
Hear what?
Our monster has arrived.
I see it.
Good. Oh, crap, the door, Works. Let's catch our monster. Hey, that thing's fast!
Don't let it get behind you. It could be poisonous.
Lady Hellbender will pay extra. Poisonous.
That's one less thing to hide behind.
Good thinking, Quill.
I have missed the first hunt.
This is why I only hunt people.
It's got nowhere left to hide.
But it can still run. There's gotta be some way to slow it down. I think it's staring at me.
Aw, Rocket found a friend.
Round him up, Groot!
What the flark is that?
Definitely not a monster.
Adorable. It's more matted than an Asgardian goat.
We cannot present this pathetic creature to the monster queen of Sector 9. She will laugh at us.
Maybe we can use it as bait.
I knew those thumpers wouldn't work.
What? My thumpers are state-of-the-art. Musclehead's the one who rushed at the first thing that came through the door.
My head is not made of muscle.
What the? You guys seeing what I'm seeing?
Yes. Now that is a monster.
All right. Enough with the warm-up. Time to catch us a real monster. Let's get paid.
What in hell's name is that?
Definitely not cleaner bots.
What's it?
The whole place is crapping out. We gotta get out of here, now!
Curse this volatile ruin!
Drax, go! Hold on to your butts, people! Rocket, hit the music!
On it!
Focus on flying, Peter.
Someone play this man a song!
Now we're talking!
Watch the ship!
I'm watching!
You ain't! Drax, what are you doing?
I am holding my buttocks as Peter Quill instructed.
Someone give me a hand! Am I right?
How about one upside the head? Heads up!
We have debris incoming!
Blow it away, Quill!
Time to thread the needle!
Don't even think about it!
Quickest way through is through!
Peter!
You fear dying with a guilty conscience, assassin.
Don't you get goo on my ship!
My shit!
Ugh. That's it. Let me drive. You're gonna get us killed.
We're not dead yet.
Maybe we are, and this is hell.
Do not be ridiculous. This place lacks the eternal frost of Sardu.
Your hell is frozen.
Tathians do not like to be cold.
Try putting on a shirt.
See? He's so...
Who says watch out?
Yeah, thanks for the heads up!
You want me to take the control?
No, I've got this!
Clearly!
Watch it! Don't get us killed, Quill. There's still so much stuff I want to steal. We ain't gonna make it. Hit the blue button!
What blue button?
The one for the secret boosters I added!
Can you please stop adding things while I'm asleep?
Punch it, Peter!
Now is not the time for hand-to-hand combat.
Whoa! Fuck yeah! Definitely a fan of the blue button!
There's Scott on all sides. We ain't gonna make it!
We'll make it! Maybe!
There's the exit!
See? Home stretch!
Our last breath!
Yeah! And that's what I call a win, people!
How's that a win? Our monster just got eaten.
Whatever you can fly away from.
Means you screwed up because you had to fly away from it.
Please don't be Novacore, please don't be Novacore, please don't be Novacore.
It is Novacore.
It's a patrol ship. Designation, Hal's Hope.
Did you say Hal's Hope?
There's this thing I gotta do. I'll be right back.
We need to get rid of that animal. Now. I'm serious, Peter. If it stays on the ship, we all go to prison.
No one's going to jail. It's a harmless space llama thingy.
Harmless? Remember Inakubi?
Not really, no.
That's because they scorched the planet because an idiot smuggled in an Exelon.
I will eject the beast into space.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're not ejecting anything. It'll make us look guilty.
It could be carrying Zephron's disease.
Which is why Drax is gonna hide in the secret cargo compartment behind Groot's plants.
Peter, Jason, Quill.
Really? My middle name? Hey, Corell! How you doing? How long's it been? 2-3 years? You look good. You been tanning?
This is a new low, Peter. Even for you.
Corell, I swear it's not what it looks like.
That you're a junker trespassing in the most restricted area of space? Who consorts with thieves and murderers, apparently.
Hey, killing people for money ain't murder, lady.
Funny story, actually. The nav crapped out and routed us through the quarantine zone.
Your navigation malfunctioned.
What can I say? As soon as we noticed the error, we plotted a course out, and that's when you showed up.
Right.
Peter Quill, I found these items in the space that you told me about. There was not enough room for both the other thing and these.
Peter Quill, of planet C-53, under Galactic Law ZXB-47, I am putting you and your crew under arrest for
Actually, can I call you back?
What?
Please tell me that is not a crate of super illegal tech.
It is a crate of super illegal tech, which also happens to be very valuable.
Really?
What? We're on a Ravager ship. Even the Flarkin bulkheads are stolen.
Well, we can't fit both in the compartment.
I will eject the crate into space.
Eject the crate and I melt your face! The Milano's weapon systems are 4 generations behind, Quill. We need that tech, more than we need some stupid farm animal.
That farm animal could be a Class 3 biohazard. You want to end up in the kiln?
Hide the llama.
What? What about my stuff?
Rocket, I know Corell. I'm pretty sure I can get her to go easy on us about the tech, but a potential biohazard? Man, I'm good, but I'm not that good.
You slept with a cop?
She wasn't a cop at the time. The point is, we were close. You just have to trust me.
I am Groot.
And that would be her boarding party.
Commander has no time to meet with law-breaking pirates like you.
That's just it. We're not pirates. We're legally incorporated heroes for hire.
Yeah, that's right. You check those records, Buckethead. Novacore licensing permit 67398-2.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No.
Rocket!
So I let Groot fill out the paperwork. I fixed it with an addendum.
Not the most well-known heroes you could hire, but definitely in the top 5 of most awesome names. Contributing members. Groot, a Flora Colossus, last of his kind, fearless in a firefight, an awesome best friend. Rocket, bona fide super genius and a wizard with explosives. Definitely not a raccoon. Gamora, adopted daughter of Thanos, deadliest woman in the galaxy. Need we say more? Drax the Destroyer, convicted serial murderer and galactic war hero, often grumpy. Last and definitely least, Peter Jason Quill.
That's it? That's all you wrote?
It was a character limitation.
Sorry, excuse me, I just need to...
Cadet Gold, what are you doing here?
Oh, you don't know? Really? It says right here. Prisoner processing training. I'm your official trainee.
Aren't you a little young for the Corps?
Aren't you a little old for that hairdo?
I should check with the captain.
No. No. She definitely signed off on this. You know how thorough she is about signing stuff? And if I may, sir, the real concern here is Regulation 7A regarding prisoner footgear. That one's jet boots are in clear violation.
They're decorative.
Good work, Cadet Gold.
Great. There goes Plan B.
We don't need a plan B. I got this.
No, you do not got this, pirate. I got this. Now fall in line.
Time to go, prisoners.
Watch the jacket.
Cadet Gold, you know the arrest protocols?
All memorized, sir. First thing we do...
First thing you do is apologize. We're legitimate business-like folk on legitimate-like business.
We're not hunting an illegal creature in illegal space.
Everyone just do what they say. When I see Corral, I'll explain...
The captain isn't going to see you. According to protocol, you're to be taken straight to the brig.
Hold it right here. Is there a problem?
Yes! No faith energy, no power. No power, no containment. A single spark.
Techs are looking at it. They say that...
They cannot even fathom. How can they fix what they cannot understand?
Put the Grand Unifier's mind at ease. Run the scanners again.
What the flark is a Grand Unifier?
Grand Unifier Breaker. Leader of the Church of Universal something. He was floating dead in the quarantine zone. Looking for God.
All right, pirates. Let's go.
We caught him just like we caught you.
Difference is, I know the captain. As I was saying, you just tell the captain that I...
Mom explicitly said she doesn't want to see you.
Yeah, Quill.
Wait. Did she just say mom?
Just to be super clear on the mom.
Hold on! What? Peter! Hold on to something, Quill! No!
Hey, kiddo, you there? Nova girl!
Yeah, I think so. Let me just see if I can...
Hold on, Michelle! Get my... Get boots! That gold, was it?
Nikki?
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Nikki. Okay, Nikki, here's the plan. You're gonna jump and grab my legs while I hold on for dear life.
That doesn't sound like...
Trust me, kiddo. We got this. See? This isn't weird at all. Doing great.
Okay. That was kind of amazing, huh?
Whoa!
wouldn't be impressed if I lost my first prisoner.
Your mom, right?
Come on. We need to get out of here. There's a blast door around the corner. We'll be safe there. Here. Help me with this. Ready?
Together. On 3, 2, 1. Go! Go! Yeah. Okay.
We need to keep moving. This way.
You dead, Nikki?
Whoa.
Just
I
stay
knew there was
close.
something wrong about that church. Who goes fishing for God in a junkyard?
Oh man, this is bad.
Just give me a sec. Come on, come on.
You know, I could probably help if my jet boots worked.
Regulation 3C. Never reactivate footgear.
Come on! If I can fly up
No! You're my prisoner. And I got this.
Obviously.
Oh! Okay, we're gonna have to find another way.
We sure there isn't a way through here?
I'm in charge here.
Whoa! You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. You?
Oh, dandy.
Okay, this way.
Shouldn't we be going up? Back toward the others?
There's another blast door down here.
Whoa! Are you kidding me?
Relax, you're fine. Ish.
I mentioned how useful my jet boots will be right now.
Okay, I can do this.
Not to rush you or anything.
Almost there. Can you please stop squirming? I'm trying to focus.
Okay, okay.
Yes! Got it! Through here.
Whew. Nice work.
Thanks. You didn't do too bad yourself, pirate.
Only Star-Lord. Or Peter, or, you know, Nova Cadet Butt Saver.
Okay. Peter. So, listen. I have some good news and some bad news about your friends.
Give me the good news.
They're all fine. I mean, they all have life signs.
So, what's the bad news?
They've been processed and put in the brig. In case you thought the explosion would give them a chance to escape or something. Flark! Pipes must have burst.
Should we try using that thingamajig of yours to call someone?
We don't need help. I know what I'm doing. Now help me block this fire so we can get through.
Sure. Just that everyone must be worried. Captain's kid goes missing.
Captain's kid, it...
Easy does it.
There, see? You don't need to worry about me. Enough people around here do that already.
For what it's worth, I think you're doing great. As good an arresting officer as I've ever had.
Are you seriously trying to sneak away on me right now? You literally just said I was doing great.
You are doing great. Top 5 best arresting officers I've ever had.
Cool. So can you please just show me the same respect you would any other arresting officer?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Is that robot wearing makeup?
What? Oh, yeah. That's just, it's... I know all the bots down here. They're kind of my friends, I guess. I reprogrammed most of them.
And gave them faces.
Maybe.
No, I mean it's cool. Gives them personality. Very cool.
Come on, this way. Okay, wow. That's just blatantly gonna ignore me and go crawling into a dead end. Regulation 2B. Prisoners must stay close at all times.
Really got them all memorized, don't you?
Where do you think you're going?
Does your mom know you play down here?
Probably not. But what else am I gonna do? Not like there's any other kids on board.
You know, I didn't have a lot of friends at your age either. Granted, I was in prison, but still.
So Mom was right about you.
It was a Shatari prison. I was just a kid.
I have so many questions. Were your parents in prison too?
No, my mom, died. I didn't know my dad.
How do you know my mom, exactly?
We fought together on Mercury during the war. She is a real spitfire.
More like real controlling. And bossy and judgmental. You're just a kid, Nikki. You don't know what's good for you, Nikki. Stay out of the escape pods, Nikki.
I kinda know what you mean.
You do?
This is a new low, Peter. Even for you, Peter. It's restricted space, Peter.
Yep, that's her. I'm still in charge here, you know?
Of course you are.
Any day now.
Right. Just taking it all in.
This way. Quick reminder that only one of us. It's a dead end. Trust me.
Of course I trust you.
Clearly.
This another one of your bots?
Yeah, her name's Jocasta. She keeps an eye out for stuff. Invaders, trespassers, prisoners who keep wandering off. Get back here, pirate!
Wow, okay. Could have sworn I heard Corell there for a second. If this is an attempt to escape your mom's ship, I really need to know, because I may or may not be super interested. Just really need to make sure it doesn't look like a kidnapping.
What? No!
Oh, wow!
Don't laugh.
No! This is cool. It's like your secret hideout, right? I definitely prefer this to the brig.
We're not staying. I just need to check on Ultimo. His gyros have been all screwy.
Take your time. Is this your mom? Single-handedly winning the war?
Obviously, I know she didn't do it by herself.
No. That final push was, it was a massive team effort.
Were you there?
I contributed to the war effort differently.
Pirating?
Raiding, which is, you know, the good kind of pirating. Hey, this is Mercury, right?
Uh-huh. It's supposed to represent this big battle Mom was part of. You said you were there, right?
Oh, yeah. Your mom was dead in the water until me and the Ravagers showed up. You should really fix this.
You want me to draw you in?
In the interest of historical accuracy. Is this Krelar?
Yeah. Long time ago. Kid stuff. I could do it way better now.
No, it's good. Morbid, but good. Something tells me you and Rocket would get along. Or really not get along. One of those two.
The raccoon thing? Yeah. He seemed real... Hey! Secret stuff. Off limits.
No adults. I get it.
Anyway, I'm all done here. We should probably get back before Mom completely freaks.
Yeah, I've seen your mom overreact before.
It's like, I'm not a kid anymore, you know?
Tell me about it.
So, you get where I'm coming from, right? Like, if you do end up talking to my mom, the subject of me happens to come up.
Say no more. I'll make sure Corell knows what a good job you did.
No! I mean, thanks. But ideally, Mom never needs to know I was in the hangar at all.
So I never saw you?
Exactly! Never saw me. Never saw my passkey. You may have heard of Nikki Gold and how cool she is, but that's it. Almost at the elevator. We're home free.
Need a hand?
Yes! Got it! Mom? I can explain.
Nikki.
I'm fine. Mom, seriously. A-okay. Barely a scratch.
What in Allah's name were you thinking? Sneaking out with an arresting squad? Running around with criminals?
Alleged criminals?
You almost died. Do you have any idea how grounded you are right now?
Mom! You promised to give me more leeway.
Leeway doesn't mean lying to my officers. Or sneaking around behind my back.
Look, it's my fault some guy's ship blew up.
Restricted areas are restricted for a reason.
You treat me like a prisoner.
You're a child! Are you even listening?
Whoa. We've all been through a lot today. Let's just all take a deep breath and recognize that maybe we've all made some mistakes.
Make sure the fire is out and the hangar's secure.
Yes, Commander.
And find out why that churchman's shuttle exploded.
Grand Unifier Raker has been less than cooperative.
Make him cooperate. And you two, with me.
I knew you'd overreact. You always overreact. Even Peter was saying so.
Oh, he was he? I suspect Peter misspoke, something he often tends to do. So I suggest you worry less about what he said and more about what I'm saying now.
For what it's worth, Nikki totally saved my butt. She handled herself really well. You have every reason to be proud of her.
Coming from you, Peter, it's worth extraordinarily little.
Why are you being mean to him? Just listen to what he's saying.
I don't care what he's saying.
Upper level. Captain's quarters.
Finally.
Initiate lockdown.
Lockdown initiated.
What, are you gonna kill us?
In theory, these doors don't open until I say so.
Yeah, I know how lockdown works.
I don't think you do, because somehow you keep bypassing every security measure on this ship, and I want to know how. Or you can just show me.
Mom! I seriously have no idea what you're talking about.
Initiate, not lockdown. All good for systems go. Activate.
Voice print not authorized.
Just trying to help.
We don't need your help. You're the last person we need help from.
Well, you clearly need some form of help if you're trapping us in an elevator.
No one leaves until you tell me what I want to know.
You already know everything.
No, I don't. I know you're a magnet for danger, and that you somehow keep getting caught in restricted areas of this ship.
I'm small. Okay? I fit into places.
Being small doesn't get you past security, or through the hangar bay checkpoint, or the maintenance tunnel blast doors, or even into the sub-level I just found you in. So, how does a 12-year-old get into these places?
12? Oh wow, I thought she was at least 16.
Peter!
What? She really knew her stuff. She's a smart kid.
Too smart. She keeps bypassing security. Unless you have a level 6 access to my ship all of a sudden? Didn't think so. Nicolette Gold, empty your pockets.
No. You empty your pockets.
Nikki?
What?
I know you're hiding something.
I still have feelings for you.
Excuse me?
Not like feelings, more like emotions. You know, because of the explosion and me and you and everything we went through back in the war. It was a lot of feelings to bubble up. I'm good now.
Okay, good. Now, if you don't mind.
Look, Mom, I'm not hiding anything. I wouldn't do that.
To be continued. Disengage lockdown.
Lockdown disengaged.
So, can I go help secure the hangar now?
No, you can go back to your quarters and you can stay there for the next 30 rotations.
But Mom!
I can make it 30 cycles.
So, rough day, huh? Exploding shuttles, quarantine zone trespassers, missing kid.
I have no idea.
Chewie. I can't believe you still have him. Can't believe you survived. Mercury was what, like 1,000 degrees?
More like 1,000 cycles ago. You can keep him if you want. He is yours.
Hey, I ordered him to look out for you. Expect him to keep doing his job. Especially, you now have a daughter, apparently. 12-year-old daughter, who you didn't have during the war. 12 years ago when we...
Peter. When we picked up your ship, Part of me was excited. At first. But then after all this time, you haven't changed. At all. You're still the same.
I've changed. Whatever the fine is, I'll pay. Just give me 3 cycles. Let me prove that I'm not still whatever it is you're gonna finish that sentence with.
You're gonna pay 7,000 units? In 3 cycles?
Wow, okay, that is a lot of money. Here, I was thinking that maybe...
The fine's non-negotiable. My search party found a disturbing amount of prohibited tech lying around your ship.
Well, that's all they found, right? Okay, you'll get your money on time, no problem. This Guardians of the Galaxy thing, we are this close to getting it off the ground. And if I didn't have these handcuffs on, I would show you just how very close we are.
Why do I feel like I'll regret this?
Oh, come on, when have I ever... You won't regret it. Promise.
You've got 3 cycles, Peter. Not 4, not 5, 3. Contact me when you've got the units.
And if we don't?
The device we installed will deactivate your ship, and you will all go to prison.
Gotcha. We won't let you down.
What the hell, Peter? You said you could get us out of this.
I did. 7,000 units is a small price.
7,000 units?
That is a tremendous sum.
Where are we gonna get that kind of money in 3 cycles?
By robbing a freaking bank, apparently.
Okay, so we got fined. So we have a Nova tracking thing on our ship that's gonna shut down our engines if we don't pay that fine in 3 cycles. At least we're not on a prisoner transport.
Not yet.
Come on, guys. You're Drax the Destroyer, man. You killed Thanos.
Allegedly.
Are you gonna let a little fine slow you down? And Gamora, you're practically an MI6 agent, but way hotter and cooler. There's nothing you can't do.
Here it comes.
Rocky, you're an actual genius and the scrappiest dude I know. How many prisons did you break out of?
7.
You are Groot. Guys, we're supposed to be a team. All we need to do is figure out how broke we are and come up with a plan. So check your quarters. Check between the sofa cushions. Check under the crafting bench. If you find any spare units lying around, grab them. I'll do the same in my quarters.
All right.
This is why you don't sleep with cops, Quill. They put bombs on my ship.
My ship.
I am watching you, rodent.
What's that supposed to mean?
It is common knowledge that rodents hoard nuts, stolen technology, units.
Okay. First off, I ain't a hoarder, nor a rodent.
I know you have a stash hidden aboard this ship. Fetch it, now.
There ain't nothing to fetch. Groot blew our stash on Contraxia.
Peter Quill, tell the rodent that his selfishness endangers us all.
Rocket, we could really use any extra units you have.
How do I gotta spell it out for you? I don't got no units!
Fair enough.
You believe his lies?
Oh, I ain't lying. Now why don't you leave me alone and bother someone else instead?
Hey, Gamora.
You're supposed to knock.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be looking for money.
I did.
And?
I don't have any.
Also, what's with the dolls?
Do you value your life?
Is that a trick question? Okay, yes. Mostly, I value my life.
Good. Then pretend like you saw nothing and get out.
See you in the lounge?
Out.
Got it.
Open this door! I know you are in there, sentient tree! Do not think that I do not know what you are up to. Your rodent co-conspirator has clearly—
Hey, Bluebird, you copy? I know you think I sold you out, and... Gamora, I was just...
Who are you talking to? What's a bluebird?
It, was Yondu's call sign. He was Bluebird and I was the kid.
Let me get this straight. Yondu Udanta, leader of the Ravager Space Spire, scourge of the Sirius system and all-around scoundrel, used Bluebird as his call sign?
Even had it embroidered on the back of his jacket.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Pretty much from the day we met.
How did you two meet? Terrans and Centaurians aren't exactly neighbors.
We met on Chitauri Prime, about 3 years into my sentence.
Wait, Yondu was a prisoner of war? I thought the Ravagers were neutral.
They were, and they also weren't. Yondu and I were cellmates. First thing he said when they put him in my cell was, "Boy, don't be going and getting attached, because I'm just here for the food." And the food was pretty terrible, so...
Yeah, that sounds like Yondu.
I had cellmates before, and none of them lasted long. The Chitauri have these gladiatorial games, and...
You got used to people dying.
Not sure about that, but I didn't expect anyone to last long. I also didn't have my translation implant back then, so I might as well have been alone. But Yondu, he actually spoke English. Said he'd offered to translate in exchange for extra rations.
So even in the snake-infested hellhole, ever the schemer.
It's something we had in common. I'd been scheming for a way to escape since the day they took me. I just needed someone like Yondu to make it seem possible.
How did you escape?
Let's just say it was equal parts simple, complicated, and kind of embarrassing. But it ended with the two of us delivering a transport full of stolen supplies straight into the hands of the Resistance.
For a bucket load of units too, I bet.
Anyway, once we did, there was no going back. I was a Ravager. The Ravagers had a simple code. Steal from everyone. Yondu said it made them neutral.
But they weren't. I specifically remember several Chitauri transports being hit when I was still... you know.
They hit just as many Resistance ships, until a Chitauri cruiser uncloaked in front of them during a raid and...
Yondu ended up on Chitauri Prime, with you.
After we broke out, he could have left me on some space station or dropped me off at the nearest Nova Corps base. But he didn't. Instead, he invited me to join the Ravagers.
You were with them a long time. Must have enjoyed it.
I did. Being a Ravager was the first time I felt like I really belonged, if that makes any sense.
I felt the same way when I joined Richard Ryder and the Resistance. Like I was finally in control of who I wanted to be.
Yes, exactly. Those first few years, it was like I had joined this really big, really dysfunctional family, which, now that I'm hearing it, would make Yondu my...
Space Dad?
Could have been worse. Well, if you don't mind, I think I'd like to be alone for a bit.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll see you around.
Why does this thing look so sinister?
Hey, I don't go into your room and touch your stuff, Quill.
What? You hacked my visor and added a scoreboard to it while I was sleeping.
That was different. I improved it. Also, did anyone tell you that you snore? I thought Drax was bad, but wow. Quill, you should really get that checked. You sound like a Torg.
I don't snore that loud.
Yeah, okay.
So what is this thing anyway? It kind of looks like a metal face hugger.
That is clearly a spinal control unit.
Yes, right, of course, a spinal control thingy.
Back on Half-World, Kree scientists use these to keep us super soldiers in line. They'd press a big, fun red button and zap! Instant obedience.
Holy crap. Rocket. Sorry, man. I'll give you some space.
What do you want, Quill? If you're looking for units, check your own room. So, you here to talk, or you just want a gear upgrade?
You're not still upset, are you?
It'd be a lot better if we didn't have 3 cycles to pay a fine.
Hey, remember that time on Conlar? With the Badoon and that really hot Ascavarian girl?
Yeah, her buddies would have spaced your stupid Hume butt if me and Groot hadn't busted in.
I had things under control, mostly.
Ha! Too bad you're broke, Quill. I should be charging you for all the times we saved you.
Name one other time you saved me.
Contraxia, Nowhere, Paramitar, Ceres, Contraxia again, Malador...
Okay, so I owe you. Big.
I should have turned you in for Yondu's bounty. Sure as Scud wouldn't be scrounging for units to pay off your Nova girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend. But admit it, you like being a Guardian of the Galaxy.
Still on the fence about the brand name, but keeping the Milano as collateral was a pretty smart move.
Never agreed to that.
If you'd rather I turn you in.
Don't worry. I know you put a lot into this team. I'll make it up to you.
You better. If you want to make it up to me, find a way to pay this Flarkin fine. All right, it's all yours. I've made it foolproof, just for you.
Well. Let's see if we can find some stray units in here. Really?
$37 units?
We appear to be 6,963 units short. If we intend to keep our ship, Peter Quill...
I know. We clearly need a plan.
And reconsider my initial proposal.
Oh, no, not Fin Fang Foom again.
Yes, we should go after Fin Fang Foom.
Drax, there are easier ways to get paid. Like, what about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on. You've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
Quarantine zone was always
holding out on
My
us, Quill.
figurines are not knickknacks.
Oh, team's in trouble, and you can't be bothered to make no sacrifice.
For the Mocking
I will
Star
sacrifice
system.
your head.
And take us to the majestic...
Guys! I think we should hear out Groot for once.
He says we should combine both ideas.
Sell Gamora's trinkets to Fin Fang Foom. It is brilliant.
Yeah, you know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster. He's not. He's the sweetest, most...
I am Groot.
No, you don't. This ain't something you can pretend.
I am...
Oh, yeah? You want monster? I'll show you monster!
Whoa, guys!
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
Sell Groot? I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He is cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage. Monster Queen would pay a great sum for such a creature.
Really? How great?
How are you okay with this?
Because I know what I am. And I know what he ain't.
I am Groot.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Yeah, well, I vote for not Groot.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
2 votes each. Peter?
Well, Rocket's definitely scarier on the inside. He's unstable and vicious and totally oblivious to the needs of others.
Okay, we get it, Quill.
The point is I think you'd make a fine monster. And we'll definitely need that tactical brain of yours to bust you out once you're in there. But just to be 100% sure, you're definitely okay with this.
Are you kidding? I can't wait to hold this over you.
All right, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
We're not seriously flying into that.
They say the weather patterns of Seknarf 9 are tied to the temperament of its ruler.
That's not how women work.
Or weather. Anyways, I'm sure it looks worse than it is.
There! That's Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Get us in close, Quill. I don't want to walk in this.
Yep, no problem. Flying the wrong way.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment. Piece of cake.
You can't be serious.
What? This way we can scope things out before we finish the transaction.
We're like 100 clicks from her base.
You know how much I like scoping. Nope.
Next time, I'm flying.
Monsters do not fly ships.
Monsters do whatever they want.
Don't you get all gloomy right now. It don't help.
Because you're constant complaining, Des?
You are complaining about the short one complaining.
We're all complaining. Happy?
I thought you'd be thrilled to finally set foot on Seknarf 9, Drax, but you're awfully composed.
I am endeavoring to contain my enthusiasm. Our mission is of prime
we should
importance.
not go. We got
Really?
it. It's different.
No, you are correct. I am very
Of course,
eager.
it had to be raining. I hate wet.
Okay, here we go.
I ever mentioned how much I hate rain?
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far.
That is not a castle. It is an impregnable fortress.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer. We'll figure it out on the way.
There is nothing to figure out. As beast merchants, we will easily gain access to Lady Hellbender.
Good. We've already got a beast. All that's left is the merchant part.
Good thing I put on my official merchant costume.
There is no such thing. Right?
The fact you ain't sure don't vote so good.
Ouch! Hey, is my jacket all right?
At least you got a jacket. Some of us are soaking here.
Less whining, more walking.
Hey, Stormlord. We ain't seriously walking through this. It'll take forever in this storm.
Stop complaining. The hardship will strengthen your spirit.
We won't walk, we'll hike. It'll be fun. Woohoo! Mikey trip!
That's just a fancy word for walking.
We got this. Just don't fall and we'll be fine.
Agreed. Let's face Lady Hellbender's rage head on.
Almost sounds like you want to get hit by lightning.
I would not expect a Chitauri trader to understand the underlying value.
The underlying value of getting killed?
Of being direct, you child of subterfuge.
What is your problem?
Lady Hellbender scoffs upon duplicity and dishonor.
Can we refocus? That was way too close!
Well played, Lady Hellbender! So we're still doing this? Yes!
Guys! Focus! Keep an eye out on those big blue ones and take cover when they hit. Or we'll get blown right off!
Good advice! Okay, this might be more dangerous than I thought.
I thought you lived for danger!
Yeah, keyword live!
If any of you die, I'm going back to the ship. I ever mention how much I hate being wet? Yes! Anytime!
Everyone okay? We should have gone to Maku 4.
Hey, check out the old resistance ship. Thing's been shot to hell.
No doubt by this one and her Chitauri friends.
We weren't friends.
Guys.
Not sure. But it ain't moving now.
Would be wary, Roden.
You know what? I survived freaking Half-World. I think I'm scared of some little... Ah!
It's not alone. Get ready!
Beautify him, Groot!
The gelatin is satisfying this strike.
I'll take your word on that.
Pick your maker.
I was getting bored anyway.
I must reluctantly agree.
We need to destroy the jelly!
Incoming! Probably from the same litter. They should have stayed in their holes.
Lob it at him, big guy!
Stay away from this outrageous!
Jelly's on the offensive!
Throw that trash!
Pointy death coming your way! The creature mocks us with its regenerative jiggling!
I don't think the glue matters. It's the spikes inside.
What is next, Peter Quill?
Cutting into them is pretty smart, right?
Destroy!
No matter what I cut off, it comes back.
The prickly interior must be shattered! The jelly is charging! Try to stab me, will ya?
How come monsters are never friendly?
It's just soaking up everything we throw at it! The outer muck is only a distraction from its nucleus! So that's what a monster around here looks like?
We are outside Lady Hellbender's sanctuary. Creatures here are not her pets.
These sort of do look like food.
We're gonna be food if we don't climb out of here.
Where the flark is she going?
There's a trail going through the jungle. Try to find a way up.
This husk should be easier to climb than the muddy terrain.
I ain't comfortable calling it a husk.
Having fun?
Didn't think I'd ever be shooting at a resistance ship. Drax, you can pull this reactor out gently, right?
If it were combustible, the rodents would have shot it by now.
He makes an excellent point.
Shall I continue ripping it apart?
No. I think we're good.
What's a resistance ship doing all the way out here anyway? There they are. Wing controls.
All right, Rocket. That wind control panel's all yours. Hope it still works.
Great. Everyone watch out for beeping red lights.
What? Why?
This is a resistance ship. We'll be lucky if there's only one booby trap on it.
Flark. That don't sound like no jelly thing.
They say that Lady Hellbender's call echoes throughout the planet.
That don't sound like no lady either.
Careful! Looks like something big moved through here.
Yay!
If you see anything with claws the size of Drax, let me know.
I thought we already had our monster. What's she tracking this thing for?
For sport.
Nothing wrong with a little sport. A girl has to keep busy.
You are looking for trouble, assassin.
Ooh, mysterious.
Found something, Quill?
Yeah, some kind of cave. Maybe it's got hidden treasure. Please don't let there be a space baron here. And hello, mystery goo. No, just trying to stay ready. Monster eggs. Yay. Okay, so note to self. If it looks like a monster cave and smells like a monster cave, and you're on a monster planet... Foul! Flark!
Just me or that was Yup, sounds like fighting to me too.
Yeah! I think you're getting closer! Some jelly dudes, I took care of it.
I knew I should have come down earlier.
Wait, so where are you?
Cave with... Eggs! Where are you?
Still checking things out. This place is bigger than I thought. Nice! Hidden passage!
Everything okay in there?
Are you dead, Peter Quill, or merely severely wounded?
I ain't far, Quill. Scream really loud if you find another blob creature.
You know I will.
Hey, listen, while it's just the two of us.
What's up?
You're busy, exploring. Just meet me in the main cave when you're done looking around.
All right.
Are you two coming?
Yeah, just a sec. We're having a moment.
You done exploring, Quill? Because, I really need to talk to you.
You think Drax and Gamora have killed each other by now?
The real question is who'd come out on top.
All right, man, what's up?
Look, there's no easy way to say this, so I'll just say it. I think I'm dying, Quill. Even with all these frickin' augmentations, shut knows what else, I need to know that you'll take care of Groot for me.
I had no idea, man. Does Groot know?
No, and you can't tell him. It'd destroy him. If the day comes that just promise me you'll take care of Groot.
I promise.
And,
Are you...
And that,
Are you messing with me?
You know, say you'll bury me in the Milano.
Come on, the sooner we get the Lady Hellbender, the sooner we can focus on paying that stupid fine.
Easy for you to say. You ain't the one getting auctioned out.
I am eager to experience Lady Hellbender's legendary menagerie.
Yeah, I bet you are.
What's the weirdest monster you guys have seen?
I once saw a brood-transformed Regalian wearing a Clintar parasite.
You could fit a lot of teeth into a head that big.
You have no idea.
Peter Quill, I have found the way forward.
You sure, Drax?
No.
Good enough.
This is further proof that we are not welcome here.
If we turn back every time we ain't wanted, we never go anywhere.
Good point. The impressions are deep.
Can you get us through here, Gamora?
Whatever it takes to find Hellbender.
Her name is Lady Hellbender.
Yeah, Gamora.
If we want an audience with her, we will have to start showing some respect.
This from the guy who calls me Harlot Spawn of Thanos.
An accurate description. We all know which harlot